charge of time?
Yes.
Of when we need to go in? Okay. 9 minutes. Oh, okay. Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back. Woo! Can I get a cheer, Heidi? Woo! Oh my god, I've never...
so floppy and all the wrong places.
That was a really cute dog. Okay, so I filmed some stuff earlier today when we were
8 minutes.
Oh my god! We're out of time.
That's the last time I'll do it. Okay, proceed, sorry.
So, I filmed some stuff earlier today of me and Heidi working at Barrio. We got a lot of work done this morning, which was really great. But I never got to talk to you guys about, like, what this video is about. What? Oh my god, guys. Heidi made me a bag. We'll talk about them all later. Anyway, we're on time crunch.
Yeah.
So, we're about to go into our workout, but I just quickly wanted to check in with you guys, let you know what the hell this video is. Pretty much I'm just gonna film my week, and the reason I am filming my week is because I am off social media this week. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would know for this whole year I've been doing, like, I mean, it's called Detox with Joy now because one of you suggested it and it just felt right.
And then just became a thing.
It just became a thing. So now it's like Detox with Joy because I go off social media at the end of each month and I've just learned to love it. But it hasn't always been easy and I feel like I've learned a lot of things and I just get so many DMs from you guys asking like what I do and what's helped me, and I just thought in this video I'd just film my week of being off social media and just talk to you guys about everything I've learned, everything I do. Life when you're off social media, how much more present you are. Like I feel like even today there was a few times, like even when we're at the cafe, I would probably have checked my Instagram or something quite a few times in between moments of like work and sitting there, and I feel like I was able to be so much more productive because I had zero distractions.
You were able to be really present while you watched me work.
Yeah, I actually did watch you work a lot of the time. I'm pretty sure there's footage of me looking at you.
I'm there like stressing about my work and she's just like filming me.
Anyway, so, oh my god, I also forgot to say, so, you know how we joked about, like, oh, next vlog we're gonna, like, say we're not doing a challenge anymore. So, lol, I got, I'm just gonna say it, I mean, I've made a whole video about having my period, so, I got a UTI. If you guys have had a UTI, you would know it's not great. It's urinary tract infection, guys. It's not an STI. It's okay. But
unrelated.
So
6 minutes.
but yeah, so I've had a UTI. Hasn't been great.
Yeah.
Thought it was becoming a kidney infection, so I had to go to hospital at some point. It's okay, guys, I'm okay, I'm a bit dramatic. But pretty much all the doctors like, you just need to be resting and just taking care of this infection until it's gone away. So I had to stop exercising for a few days, and if you guys kind of understood from our first video, there is no rest in this challenge. Like, I'm very much
really
behind now. I got 1/3 of the way through. I did 10 classes and Heidi's on...
I'm on 15.
15, and then this is her 16th class. Anyway, we're about to go do a hustle class. It's just like a yang meditation class, so it'll be chill.
Stretching.
I was devastated. I was very attached to this challenge. I was in denial about it for probably a few days. Well, when I first got the UTI, I just kept exercising, which I think is why it got really bad.
She'd come to class, I'd be like, how are you? She's like, look, not good. I've got a sore back. And I'm like, oh. But she kept showing up.
And then the back got worse, and so I called the doctors, and they were like, go straight to hospital, like, go now. And I was like, shit. So anyway, I had to put my health first, which was really hard, which is such a privileged thing.
We're very attached to this challenge,
but I've let go of it now. Like, there's no way I'm gonna complete it. So, next challenge, I'm just gonna look at it as a positive experience. That's pretty much what this video is. I hope I explained it. So just throughout
all over the place.
Throughout the week, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about social media, why I kind of started doing these detoxes and like just all the tips I have to give. Follow me on Instagram if you want to like be kept in the loop about the detoxes and stuff. A lot of people share their experiences and send me messages, and I share my experiences.
Follow her on Instagram if you want to find out how to not be on Instagram.
Yeah, true. And know when to go off Instagram at the end of each month, because I feel like it's just so cool that so many of us like go off at the same time. Like this month, over 500 people are doing it.
Dang.
500 people around the world, all around the world, are taking the exact same week to go off like Instagram and be more present. Is that not just the coolest thing ever?
That is really cool.
So I don't know, that really, really warms my heart. I get kind of emotional about it sometimes. This is hustle. Hi guys, so I was planning to film this whole week, but that didn't really happen. It's okay though. I am going to catch you up on what I did film. So pretty much after me and Heidi did our meditation and stretch class, I went to my clay class because I've been doing like an 8-week beginner wheel turning clay course, which has been so much fun. I think for someone like me that is quite a perfectionist, and also just all my creative stuff is on the computer, there's something just so refreshing about clay and just doing something that's fully hands-on. It's just like really challenges my ego in a good way, and it's just been a really refreshing experience. And I think that's one thing that I did really learn from doing these detoxes, is how important it is to do creative stuff and stuff for fun that are off the screen, because it's literally just, it will change your mood and it helps so much. It's honestly like a meditation, so I've been really enjoying doing those classes. I think the only other thing I really filmed was like when me and Ethan went to Sunset, but even that, my camera died really soon, so here's like a tiny little snippet of us from the other day. I have a question for you.
No.
No?
No, I'm nervous.
Well, I'm gonna ask it anyway, okay?
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Do you feel like I am more present when I'm doing my detoxes? Do you notice a difference or not really?
I would say yes.
Do you want to expand on
A
that?
convincing yes.
I would say yes.
I'd say yes.
Have you ever done one?
No, it's too scary.
Too scary? Why?
I don't think I'd be able to make it through.
In the corner of my eye.
So that's pretty much all I've done this week. I mean, no, I've done more, but that's all I filmed. I really felt like I was able to kind of go deeper in myself. I told Heidi, I've been waking up recently with like these really dark thoughts. Like dark, but like I'll wake up in the night and have one of those classic movie moments where I'm like, oh my god, what if everything falls apart? And like, I don't know. I think also sometimes when I'm like in a good place in my life and everything's going well, I'm just scared like it's gonna fall apart. So I think that's kind of what I'm going through, and I usually use social media as a distraction from those stuff, but without it I'm really like forced to confront it, which I think is really healthy and is allowing me to work through my deeper underlying fears. So things have been good. Apart from that,
Work through my deeper underlying fears. So things have been good.
no, it's like therapy. Like it's not like therapy's fun, but like
It's good.
I mean, I guess I never really discussed why I started doing these detoxes and kind of the details of it. Obviously, as you can see, like I'm still using my computer. It's not like my detoxes are off screen, it's just off social media, and I kind of choose what social media I want to have a break from every month, and it differs. It usually always is like Instagram. Like I don't even have TikTok anymore because that app is so addictive. But yeah, I get rid of Instagram always, and then depending on the month, if I feel like I need like really to go strongly, I'll, you know, also delete Pinterest and things like that I don't use as often. I have deleted YouTube in the past. This month, however, like I deleted my YouTube analytics, so like I can't look into my own channel analytics, because I think that's where sometimes I can spend that extra time just looking at the numbers and the comments and all that. So I get rid of that, but I usually just keep the YouTube app so I can watch YouTube videos sometimes, and I make sure that I don't get sucked into like watching heaps of stuff, but I just usually watch a video of like, you know, the people that I'm subscribed to that I know like add value and make me happy in my life. But I feel like I do have the self-control with YouTube, whereas I definitely don't with Instagram. So it really just depends on the individual. So when you guys ask me on Instagram, like, which apps do I delete? Always Instagram, and then sometimes I'll delete YouTube and stuff as well. But it's usually just the apps that are having more so of like a negative addictive effect on me. Pretty much just started doing these detoxes because, like, obviously a lot of you know, social media can be quite addictive and toxic. Pretty much I was just feeling like I was using social media more than I wanted to. I found I'd go into these really bad toxic cycles. I think we're all very familiar of like entering the vortex that social media can become, and you start comparing yourself to others, and it's just, the whole thing can just go from like a fun little like looking at what your friends post to like a dark hole of shit. Anyway. I can see your face in the viewfinder. Heidi, I'm recognizing it.
No, that was a great way to put it.
I lost words. I didn't know how to describe it.
No, I think it was valid. It was really valid.
Anyway, so yeah, every year I answer the same questions. I do like a yearly reflection. I'm not able to but it didn't come out. I do like a yearly reflection, and I set my intentions for the year ahead, and I always write that I want to spend less time on social media, without a doubt, every year. So this year I was like, I'm actually going to be proactive about that, and instead of just make that goal and then the same thing happen. Oh, I'm getting a call from my life coach. We're gonna get back to this. Okay, I'm back. So that's kind of how these detoxes started, and I don't know, ever since I've started doing them, I just can't see myself kind of going back. They just really help me, and it just makes so much sense, especially this year. It's like the first year I'm kind of like working for myself and spending a lot more time doing kind of stuff online for work. I was like, I really need to make sure that I set these like boundaries and structures for social media. I wrote down some things that I wanted to share with you guys about what helps me and like mistakes I've learned doing the detoxes. The first one being, if you keep the apps on your phone, you're just going to be tempted. So every time I go on a detox, I delete the apps that I want to detox from the night before, so I wake up on the morning that the detox begins without them on my phone, and it's way too tempting if you have them on your phone. It is so easy to re-download apps. Social media makes it so easy. A lot of the time you already have your saved passwords, and even if you forget your password, you can reset it. Like, trust me, just delete them off your phone. Don't make excuses for keeping them there, because it just makes it so much harder, and you're so much more likely to just go on them. Another thing I learned was that, like, if I delete one app but keep another app, a lot of times I'll spend the time that I usually spend on the app that I've deleted on the other app. So if you guys really want to detox, try to get rid of as much apps as possible. Even if you don't feel like you are that addicted to one app, a lot of times if you are addicted to a different app, your brain just wants to spend and fill up that time that you usually spend on one app on the other. So as much as like I feel like it's good to just be flexible and, you know, choose the apps that you want to detox from, you don't have to go completely cold turkey every time. I would definitely recommend to strengthen yourself is to definitely start by going pretty hardcore and deleting all the apps. I think the first few times I did it, I got rid of absolutely everything. So I wasn't even watching YouTube, Pinterest was gone, just everything, because if I left one on, then that time I spent on Instagram, I'd just spend it on Pinterest. It was weird because like I'd usually only spend like 20 minutes on Pinterest like a week, and then suddenly I was spending that so much extra time just because I didn't know what to do with myself, and it just became another way to fill that time. So just something to note. Another thing that I think I read in a book and I'd kind of heard about and I really felt was true when I started doing the detoxes was social media is kind of a way to fill a void and often stems from kind of uncomfortable feelings. So start noticing how you feel when you start reaching for your phone and for social media, because a lot of times I found that the times that I would like reach to go on Instagram or reach to go on my phone would be the times that maybe I felt like awkward around people, or I felt stressed, or something got too challenging, so I would just like oh, I just want to go on social media. And obviously because I didn't have the app on my phone, I'd go to it and then it wouldn't be there, and then I'd be like, true. But having that like awareness of like, what are the feelings that make me stay addicted to these apps? And they're usually feelings of like, yeah, insecurity or challenge or frustration or sadness, and we kind of subconsciously just kind of numb these feelings sometimes by just spending time on our phones. And I think one of the biggest things that has helped me is noticing what kind of feelings arise and when I tend to go and reach to social media, and then trying to work through those feelings and like trying to self-soothe and like allow myself to actually like fix how I'm feeling and like acknowledge it, so that I am not feeling constantly the need to go on social media. Because as long as you have those feelings, you're gonna stay addicted to some sort of like numbing of them. Also, one of the things that I think is really important to note is that, yeah, a lot of us are addicted to social media. It is an addiction, and like with every addiction, you'll go through withdrawals. I definitely have periods of being on my detoxes and kind of feeling shit, or like just really craving that, like wanting to go on my phone. I definitely feel like that is like pretty much gone now that I do my detoxes, but I definitely felt it like the first few times of like, just, I don't know, it's uncomfortable to be without your phone, especially if other people around you are on it and stuff. Like, just to be present in yourself and to kind of really feel what you're going through can feel really like uncomfortable. And I think it's just good to note that like the detox isn't always like a fun experience. Like, there is going to be hard parts to it, and it's not always going to feel super great, but it is good to do, and in the long run it will make you feel so much better and you'll really thank yourself for it. I really try to like set a goal for myself going into each detox, like whether it be starting a new book or finishing a book or starting a new recipe or doing something creative. It's cool to like set yourself something to do in this time, because what's really cool about the detoxes is that 4 hours or 5 hours or 2 hours or however much time you spend on social media a day, you now have to do other things. So if you fill that time with something creative or something you've been wanting to try for a really long time, it can be really, really cool. Actually, something that I said on my Instagram that I kind of want to try this detox is writing love letters. I kind of did like love letters to my friends Valentine's Day, and I thought it was really fun, so I kind of want to write some love letters, because I feel like appreciating and sending love to those you love is really nice, and they will appreciate it, and it's just a fun activity to do. So if any of you guys are doing the detox and feel like doing something that you probably wouldn't usually do, that's off your screen and kind of creative, write some love letters. So let's do that right now. I'm currently sitting in my car. I'm about to go and do my second hustle class of the day. Even though I'm not doing the full challenge of the 30 classes in 20 days, I can still manage doing 20 classes in 20 days, so I'm gonna try to do that since I am feeling a lot better. I think the last point I really wanted to touch on was just like, I think the most common thing that stops people from going off social media, which is just FOMO and like fear of missing out. I've definitely missed out on certain stories and haven't seen certain posts because I'm off social media. I mean, for some people it's like a lot more intense because they feel like they're missing out on conversations with their friends and stuff. I feel really lucky that all my conversations online usually take place either through Messenger, which you can disconnect from Facebook, or like texting and like phone calls mainly. So it's not a big thing for me, but I know a lot of people message through Instagram and like that's where their group chats are and stuff. As much as it's hard, really try to like get conversations off social media. Like if you're having like actual conversations with people on like TikTok or Instagram, Amy's just come in the corner. But if you're having like actual conversations with people on like social medias like Instagram and TikTok and all that, it's just going to be so much harder for you to get off, and it's just going to be a more stressful experience. So try to move your conversations and your group chats to Messenger. You can ask people, you'll be like, hey, can we just do this so I don't miss out when I take my times off? Probably people are going to be down and you're not really going to miss out on much. So I think it's just really choosing to like accept that, yeah, you might miss out on stuff, but honestly every time you go on a detox you kind of like, oh shit, I didn't realize how much I didn't need to see Courtney's wedding. It really doesn't matter that much. But yeah, I guess that's kind of the advice I have for this video. I'm sure I'm gonna look back at this video and be like, oh my god, you missed out on so much. But if you guys want another like week of Detox with Joy vlog, let me know. I'm going back on social media tomorrow. Kinda don't want to. 2 minutes back on the timer grind. Alright, love you guys. Mwah.
Wanna say bye to the people? Bye people. 2 minutes.
We love you.